Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us. We are excited to have partnered with LA County to bring you resources available to our members and non-members. I'm Olivia Rios, Director of Operations and Programs at the LA Latino Chamber, and I'm excited for today's topic. Our chairman can only stay for a few minutes, so Mr. Chairman, would you like to say a few words?
Yes. Hi, good morning, everybody. I hope you find this webinar very helpful. LA County has been one of our partners of the LA Latino Chamber of Commerce for the last few years, bringing these great type of programming, which would be all the way from granting to seeing how we can assist you in navigating to the LA County. For those of you that stick around, we have a special offer that we'd like to offer you on behalf of the LA Latino Chamber of Commerce, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Did you know that LA County has an APEX Accelerator and counselors who can work with you on a one-to-one basis to help you seek those contracts? Also, did you know that the state of California passed the Fair Chance Act Assembly Bill number 118 a few years ago? So today you will learn about the work tax credit opportunity of up to $9,600 per employee. You can also offset some of your expenses for on-the-job training. So we have so much information for you that we want to get straight into our speakers. So real quickly, our first presenter is Nanette Zabala. She is the program manager and project lead for the Fair Chance Hiring Program. She started as an intern at LA County in 2021 and moved up to program manager just recently in January 2023. Our second speaker is Santiago Orozco, who is an APEX Accelerator counselor. He is a USC grad, and he holds an academic background in public policy and public administration. He loves supporting businesses and opening new doors while working with the county APEX Accelerator Program. So I'll turn it over to Nanette and Santiago.
Thank you so much, Olivia, and hello, everybody. Good morning. It's incredibly nice to see everyone in this beautiful day. We have a jam-packed information session for you. So let me just share my screen. Okay. Let me share full screen. Does everybody see my screen?
We could see your screen. Thank you, Nanette.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right, looking good. So as Olivia said, my name is Net, and I'm the lead for Fair Chance Hiring Program, which is a program managed by DEO, or the Department of Economic Opportunity. Many of you may be wondering, what is Fair Chance Hiring all about? What does it mean to give a fair chance? If you have the same questions in mind, do not worry, you are not alone. In fact, in the research and discovery phase of our program, we discovered that 7 out of 10 employers are unaware of fair chance hiring. So if you fall under this category, but you're an employer, a business owner, a talent manager, an HR manager, who is looking to fortify your recruitment strategy, expand your talent pool, and follow through on your diversity, equity, and inclusion goals, then this program, this presentation has your name on it. So what is Fair Chance Hiring? I'd like to start with just an overview of what Fair Chance Hiring is all about. And so under the California Fair Chance Act, most employers can't ask any questions about a criminal record before giving a conditional offer. So this includes the initial application process, which includes the application form or at an interview. In most cases, it's also illegal for employers to have blanket bans that exclude all applicants with criminal records or applicants with certain convictions. So in effect, this means that in the initial part of the application process, employers are not allowed, may not ask any questions about a criminal record. And this includes the application form and the interview phase. But once a conditional job offer is made, and this part of their background comes out, then the employer must go through the individualized assessment process under the Fair Chance Act. And this process has 5 steps. First step is the individual evaluation. So let's imagine that you gave a conditional job offer as an employer to this applicant, and you found out that this applicant has a criminal background. First step is to do an individual evaluation, and the company must look at the applicant as an individual and evaluate 3 factors: the nature and seriousness of the conviction, how much time has passed since the conviction, and the job duties to determine if the specific conviction is directly or negatively related to the job. And I'll give an example for this. If, for example, the role is to be a driver, then of course, if the conviction is for a DUI, then there is a direct correlation that negatively affects the job or the job opening. So it is very important to take a look at these 3 important factors to be able to assess and make an informed decision about your application process. In many cases, the conviction is not directly associated or is not negatively related to the job. So hiring that applicant may still proceed. The second step is an initial written notification. If the employer, if you decide to take back the job offer, you have the responsibility of identifying the conviction that led to your decision and to give a copy of the background check to the applicant. Third, and the third part is speaking directly to the applicant. The applicant is given at least 5 business days to may respond of background check errors, proof of rehabilitation, other aspects of current life, information that places the conviction in a less negative light. The fourth step is reevaluation. You as an employer can consider the new information provided and see and evaluate whether the conviction still justifies your decision. And then the final step is you make an informed decision in writing and you communicate this to the applicant concerned. So that's the 5-step process for the individualized assessment, which gives us guidelines on how to process and how to get information, complete information, and to make a more well-informed decision about hiring system-impacted job seekers. So to support the Fair Chance Act and to create awareness around it, the county has adopted several motions since 2017. But most recently, just last year, on January 25, the LA County Board of Supervisors adopted the Economic Opportunity for Justice-Involved Individuals Implementing Fair Chance Hiring County-wide motion. And this was under the leadership of Supervisor Mitchell and Supervisor Solis. So this motion directed our department, the Department of Economic Opportunity, then known as Workforce Development, Aging and Community Services, or WEDAX, if that's more familiar to you, to lead the way in terms of fair chance hiring. And so this is an actual policy, it's an actual, and then supported by a board motion. And then this is also supported by the American Rescue Plan Act funding. So our program has 3 pillars. And the first pillar is our goal to increase awareness of the Fair Chance Act. This is very important to us because, as we mentioned, 7 out of 10 are not aware of the Fair Chance Act. So the first step to unlock the door is really to build awareness so that more employers know about the Fair Chance Act and how to implement it. The second is, of course, we want to reach out to re-entry individuals. So fair chance talent, those that have paid their debt to society, were formerly incarcerated, but are now seeking to rejoin their communities, rejoin the workforce as productive members of society. And through this program, we reach out to them with their information about their rights under the Fair Chance Hiring Act, and also to equip them with the tools needed to be work ready. And third, because we believe that you, businesses business owners, hiring managers form an integral component of this program. We also reach out to the business community with information and guidance to implement fair chance hiring practices, and also to equip you with hiring incentives and resources to help you on your fair chance hiring journey. And we have a very ambitious goal of providing 500 businesses with this information and guidance, and getting a minimum of 200 businesses to commit to hire at least one system impacted job seeker by June 30. We recognize that this is an ambitious goal, but is nevertheless an important and urgent one. And that is why we have brought on board 3 partners to help us with this program. And you'll be hearing from Leaders Up later on. I have a representative from Leaders Up, who is our business intermediary, helping us to reach out to the business community. And then, but our other 2 partners in the Fair Chance Hiring Program is Root and Rebound, our Fair Chance Hiring subject matter expert, and also Task Force, who helps us with marketing and communication efforts. We wanted to start with a bang, and so we wanted the program to feel uniquely LA, and to embody and represent LA County and its community. And so we started with a new look, with vibrant colors, and also with images that uplift the stories of system impacted job seekers, as well as our business champions. We also wanted to provide information materials as part of our awareness campaign. So businesses will be provided with a business toolkit, and we can email the digital version to you. This toolkit for businesses will help you, our employers, to understand more about equitable hiring practices, best practices in terms of fair chance hiring, how to get involved and implement fair chance hiring in your workplace. For system impacted job seekers, we also have a one-pager that talks about fair chance rights. And then we are also coming up with 5 industry-specific toolkits for job seekers that will help them in high-growth career industries in LA County, which include healthcare, construction, green industries and manufacturing, transportation, technical services, sports, arts, and entertainment. So with these toolkits that are readily available for industry, for job seekers, we hope to help them get started on their employment journey, to identify opportunities in these high growth industries, and to equip them with the resources to gain full employment and a successful career. So I wanted to show you the launch for our Fair Chance Hiring Program, which was just last January 27. So just last January 27, the DEO launched a Fair Chance Hiring Program, and this was co-hosted by Supervisor Mitchell herself. And this was done at the Magic Johnson Recreation Center. This event focused on advocating for the program and gave us an opportunity to hear directly from businesses and system impacted individuals. We also had a panel discussion and speakers. So this consisted of business leaders and system impacted individuals who shared more about their experiences, the importance of fair chance hiring, and our ability to contribute to building an equitable workforce. So this panel discussion had Supervisor, we were also able to hear from Supervisor Mitchell, as well as Kelly Lobianco, the Director of the Department of Economic Opportunity. The event also featured an art installation, and we're very proud about this because through the lens of our documentary photographer and filmmaker Brandon Tausik, who's also system impacted himself, we were able to focus on the stories of system impacted individuals who shared some of their learnings from past experiences. And we were also able to highlight the stories of their employers who benefited from fair chance hiring. And what are some of these benefits? For example, we will learn that one of the benefits of fair chance hiring is that 85% of HR professionals report that system impacted workers perform better or the same as those without. So that means that if you hire someone who's formerly incarcerated, if you hire fair chance talent, HR managers report that their job performance is better or at least the same as those without. That's a very significant number. 85% of HR managers report that back to us. But for today, I don't want to talk about just numbers. I also want to talk about people, because behind all these numbers, behind all these initiatives, there are people that are living, breathing proof of the benefits of fair chance hiring and what it can do for you and for your business. And so I'd like to talk about Gloria, who is featured in this art installation. Gloria has been home for 6 years, was formerly incarcerated, rejoined the community, and was hired 4 years ago by Elizabeth as a legal assistant. Fast forward to today, Gloria plans to study law, and Elizabeth, her employer, has reported that Gloria goes over and beyond at work, is always efficient, and is always willing to lend a helping hand, and has even reported that she is the most experienced paralegal in her company now. And we're very proud to report that Gloria just achieved her first important milestone. She just bought her first home. So this art installation is just a representation of these beautiful and uplifting stories of our system-impacted job seekers who have been given a second chance and who have proven their worth and their positive contributions to society. So I want to talk about the next steps for our system-impacted individuals. As I said, as part of our awareness campaign, we will be going all around the county all the way until June to conduct information sessions for system-impacted job seekers. So the key element of these system-impacted job seeker information session is to present system-impacted individual rights and responsibilities. We'll also be hearing from LA County Department of Human Resources on county employment opportunities. We'll also hear from the Office of the Public Defender to present on expungement services. And then just our participants will also have access to free live scan services, free legal assistance through the partnership with our partner, Root and Rebound. And then we'll also get an opportunity to talk about AJCC, or our America's Job Center of California, services and resources for job seekers. So this information session is really a unique opportunity to learn about all the tools that the county provides, all the resources, all the information under the banner of Fair Chance Hiring, so that job seekers are better equipped to get started on their employment journey. I mentioned briefly about the America's Job Centers of California services for job seekers, and this includes a whole array of all-around supportive services, which includes resume writing, interview preparation, on-the-job training, follow-up and retention services that includes stipends, childcare, housing, legal aid, even transportation assistance, work attire and tools, education-related supplies, and other assistive devices and other accommodations, because the county recognizes that when someone re-enters the community, employment is but one of the many considerations that a job seeker or a system-impacted job seeker faces. Employment is just one of the many concerns. There are many other concerns and assistance that they would need, and that is why the county provides a whole array of supportive services for them. And if the county provides services for job seekers, of course, there is also a whole array of services and resources for businesses, which I'm sure you're curious about and will learn more about later on. So for this aspect, we also have next steps for businesses, and this applies to you. So since our Fair Chance hiring program helps connect businesses to local system impacted individuals who are qualified and ready to work, that's the first service and benefit that the program will give you. We will partner Fair Chance employers with our job seeker database who are qualified and ready to work. If you become a Fair Chance employer, then there are also other services such as on-the-job training, which will offset the cost for new employee training. You can get reimbursed up to 90% when you hire our Fair Chance program job seekers. You'll also have the opportunity to be a partner in the county's largest training partnership effort, High Road Training Partnerships, which is another program that the Department of Economic Opportunity handles and manages. Of course, you will also be given the opportunity for county recognition. The program is capped off with a culminating recognition event, an awards event in June, which seeks to honor and recognize Fair Chance employer champions. So this is a great opportunity to show that your company follows through on your diversity, equity, and inclusion goals. Other state and federal incentives include work opportunity tax credit. When you hire Fair Chance program job seekers, you qualify for tax credits ranging from $1,200 to $9,600 per employee. Our homeless hiring tax credit is also another credit which you may be interested in. You qualify for tax credits ranging from $2,500 to $10,000 per employee when you hire housing insecure job seekers. We realize that sometimes this goes hand in hand. Those seeking to re-enter the communities may also have housing insecure situations, and that is why the homeless hiring tax credit is there to support them. Businesses can also avail of the bonding program, which is a way to protect your business with our no-cost fidelity bonding insurance. Your business assets are covered within a period of 6 months so that we help protect your businesses from any losses incurred. So I know this is a whole list of opportunities that your business can avail of, and we will be sending more information about this, and we'll also be reaching out to you through our business intermediary. So at this point, I'd like to introduce our partner, Leaders Up, who we'll be hearing from John Robertson, or JR, who is the Chief of Staff to the President and CEO of Leaders Up. And we'll be talking more about our information sessions for businesses and also about Leaders Up and what resources they offer for businesses. So everyone, please say hello to JR.
Hey, everybody. Great to be here. Thanks, Net, for the introduction. And thank you to the LA Chamber of Commerce for having us and bringing us into the space today. Again, my name is John Robertson, but everybody on the team calls me JR. And I just want to briefly share a quick few sentences about what our vision is and what we do at Leaders Up. And at the core, we imagine a world without a racial wealth gap where everyone is systematically empowered to thrive. Leaders Up is a social enterprise with a mission to empower the next generation of leaders and build the anti-racist economy. And as a bridge between employers and young, diverse talent, Leaders Up has the unique perspective on challenges that face between the marginalized communities and the solutions needed to really drive change. We believe that asset building and wealth creation are the critical components of advancing well-being and equity, and that these outcomes can be achieved through meaningful practice change in areas of education, employment, and economic development. At Leaders Up, we are dedicated to shifting the power dynamic from power over to power with, working alongside marginalized communities to build inclusive regional economies where safety is normalized, power is shared, and opportunity is equitable and accessible. We believe that the key to transformation lies in the intersection of economic and social justice, and that by working together, we can create a future where everyone has a chance to thrive. So now that I just given you a little bit about who we are at Leaders Up, again, I just want to quickly share more about our upcoming business convenings that Nanette mentioned as well. So every year, 60,000 LA County neighbors go through the criminal legal system and return their homes in the workforce seeking a new start. To address this tremendous need for opportunity, as Nat mentioned, we at Leaders Up has partnered with the county, Department of Economic Opportunity, Root and Rebound Task Force, and have launched the LA County Fair Chance Hiring Initiative. This countywide effort will help, again, as Nat mentioned at the very top, inform you all and other business leaders in the business community really about the business benefits of our adopting fair chance hiring practice. As Nat mentioned, it's a policy that was passed several years ago across the state, but the counties just now really provided policy that provides guidance around how it should be implemented. But as you said at the top, only 7 out of 10 businesses aren't even aware that, hey, you have these opportunities, you have these incentives. So really want to make sure that, people are honoring the spirit of fair chance hiring, as well as taking advantage of the business incentives and the tax incentives that are being offered as well. So let's see here. So as you see here on the screen, you see our upcoming events. Our next one is actually coming up at later on this month, and we're going to be focused in on construction, green economy, and advanced manufacturing. Excuse me. At these, Nate, you want to go to the next slide here? I think I talked about it on the next one here. Yep. And again, these are opportunities where we're going to be facilitating discussions that explore insights that really are proven benefits of fair chance hiring and breaking down any sort of myths and misconceptions surrounding the previously incarcerated individuals and really recentering them into the workforce. These events are, again, sort of a series of events that we're doing across high growth sectors. So if you see any of your sectors represented, again, our upcoming one is on construction, green economy, and advanced manufacturing. Our next one will be in May. That'll be for sports, arts, and thanks, Ned, for going back there. Sorry, hopping back and forth here. Sports, arts, and entertainment and recreation. And then in June, we're looking to host a final one for transportation and warehousing. We've already held our first two, that being in professional and technical services. And we just held our most recent one 2 weeks ago for healthcare and social services. So again, if you're interested, or if we're speaking to any industries represented of your business and your company falls in the industry, or if you're just curious, you're like, I don't know if I fall in this industry or that industry, and you want to chat more, we'll give you our contact information. We'll be more than happy to circle with you and really help identify, where we can really categorize you to see where you can really inform and help, again, sort of learn as well as co-design with us to help. Sorry, Siri thinks I'm talking to her. But help us really design the innovations and solutions that's going to help us increase awareness. Again, sort of achieve the goals that Ned mentioned at the top. Reach this 500 businesses, help us achieve that 200 that are going to make the commitment to hiring. So yeah, next slide here, please, again, Ned. So here you see, again, if everybody take out your phone real quick, this QR code right here will navigate you to the county website, where you'll be able to learn more about what the Fair Chance Hiring Initiative is. You should see our upcoming event registrations up there. And again, we'll work with the Olivia and the team here to make sure that you all get this information and email following it, just in case as well. But there you'll be able to register to attend our next event. And then I'll also make sure that you get my contact and my team's contact information as well. So if you have any questions, if you want to schedule a session to talk about how you at your company can specifically implement fair chance hiring, what does that even look like? Where can you get started? It might be as simple as just re-examining your job descriptions, or even, do you have a fair chance policy openly stated on your job descriptions or your website? So easy steps to even get you started in the right direction, how to have that conversation up or down within your company. So again, a lot of things that we can explore and really dive into. So I welcome you all to, again, scan the QR code here to learn more information or to connect with Net and myself and the team to learn about how your company can really start to embody and activate and implement a fair chance hiring plan if you haven't already. And if you are, we definitely want to be able to learn from you as well as help amplify the good work that you're doing as well. So we definitely have some opportunities to engage with the media, release op-eds. We really want to be able to uplift your voice. So if you are doing fair chance hiring, please let us know so we can definitely connect and really capture your story, you and your company story as well. So thanks, Net. I will pass it. Shall I pass it over to you or to Santiago? I'll pass it back to you and pass it to Santiago.
Thank you, JR. So as JR said, we extend our hand to ask for your support and participation. We know we cannot do this urgent work without you. We're here to support your business. We're here to boost fair chance hiring. We're also here to support system impacted job seekers. So we're here to assist you in your fair chance hiring journey. So we will be dropping our emails and we'll be reaching out via email for our call to action and how you can register for information sessions and how you can get a copy of our business toolkit. So this is just the first step towards a whole conversation, a whole world of opportunities that await you. So we hope you get in touch with us and also move and participate in the Fair Chance Hiring Program. And with that, I'd like to throw it to Santiago for the next part of our presentation.
Thank you, Net and JR. If you give me 1 second to share my screen. Now, could everyone see my screen?
Not yet.
Okay, give it a second. One second. All right. All right. How about now?
Yes.
All right, thank you. So good morning, everyone. I want to take a second to thank our host, Annette, for your presentation and for inviting us here today, and all of you for taking time out of your day to be here for today's presentations. As for introductions, my name is Santiago Orozco, and I'm an APEX Accelerator Counselor with LA County's Office of Small Business. The Office of Small Business in itself is an office which operates out of the county's Department of Economic Opportunity. So prior to starting today's presentation and in an effort to keeping this presentation on schedule, I did want to do a little housekeeping, being that today I'll be strictly presenting today's content. I ask for our audience for any of your respective questions, comments, or requests for additional information that you have regarding this presentation and of our office's services. I ask you feel free to use the contact information that was just provided in the chat, along with this point of contact email reference on this page. At the end of the presentation, I'll be making that point of contact info made available again. So feel free to just stand by and then I'll make that info available. And then also as a reminder, at the end of the presentation, I'll be making available the slide deck to our hosts should you want a copy of the presentation in itself. And with that, I'm going to start. So as a primer to our county department, the Department of Economic Opportunity, I did want to provide you an overview of the department, the Department of Economic Opportunity, also known as DEO, is a unique department within the county which serves the community through its mission dedicated towards assisting the creation of quality jobs, helping small businesses and high road employers start and grow by furthering opportunity and mobility for all throughout the county. To do this, DEO undertakes 2 economic opportunity pathways. One, as previously mentioned in our past presentation, was through the usage of our AJCCs, which makes available to the county residents workforce systems. And also we have our Office of Small Business, which provides a variety of different services for businesses that we will be going over in this slide, and which these services are made available throughout the county. Together as a department, we implement strategic economic policies and programs that are designed to better assist businesses operating in the county and to also support the workforce that they employ among those the county's most disadvantaged. But when it comes to our particular office's services, we have two distinct umbrella classes of services led by two different types of counselors at DEO and our Office of Small Business. First, on the left-hand side, we have our Small Business Development Counselor, which consists of our concierge umbrella class of service, where we focus on guiding aspiring entrepreneurs and businesses seeking to obtain any license and permits that which may apply to their business in terms of the process of establishing their business and assisting them through our concierge, and also by offering distinct resources which are readily available across different agencies, whether it's federal, state, county, when it comes to helping businesses establish a business in the county. So this class of counselor on this left-hand side also particularly assists businesses when it comes to attaining business certificates offered by our office or administered by our office when it comes to registration elements by assisting vendors to attain county business certificates, depending on the type of certificate you may seek out. Certification can supplement a vendor's path towards pursuing government contracting. And as for today, this is going to be our particular emphasis for services for this presentation, which we will be going over in today's across our slides. But I did also want to reference our second and kind of main category of services which are made available to the public. And as a brief summary, this involves our APEX Accelerator Program, which is led by our APEX Accelerator counselors. And this particular umbrella of services was formerly known as the Procurement Technical Assistance Program, and recently underwent a name change, which now is called the APEX Accelerator Program. But the program in itself originates and is managed by the Department of Defense and the Office of Small Business Programs, which leads the establishment of APEX accelerators across the country and establishes collaborative partnerships and plays a critical role in assisting the Department of Defense efforts in identifying and helping a wide range of small businesses enter and participate in the defense supply chain. The program uniquely also provides education, training, and technical assistance to ensure that businesses become capable of participating in not just federal contracting, but also state, county, and municipal government contracting opportunities. And this is done by assisting them identifying vendor registration prompts, system identifying bidding opportunities that are solicited actively out there, and just other forms of technical assistance when it comes to attaining federal business certificates, which are offered and made available by the federal government. So basically, we provide on this APEX side of the house assistance regarding those businesses and vendors looking to pursue government contracting. And nationally, there's over 300 offices nationally. But for today's presentation and main topic, we're going to be focusing on certification. As the Office of Small Business, our office undertakes the duties to administer 7 different business certification programs that are part of the county, which support vendors' endeavors to pursue government contracting. Getting your business certified is a straightforward process. You could start this process by getting registered as a vendor through the county using our WebVend platform. Next, using this next step, you could claim your certification profile to identify certificates that may be of interest to you and may be under your eligibility criteria to participate in. And then you would proceed to apply using this registration prompt profile after step 2 to assess your eligibility and see if you could obtain certification for your government contracting endeavors. So if you give me 1 second. So when it comes to registration, here we have our Doing Business with LA County page. It's a great resource to reference when it comes to pursuing government contracting. So here you could find resource links on the top right-hand ribbon for vendor-related events, which are offered by the county, solicited contracting opportunities under the contracting tab on the top right-hand corner, and other resources to reference when it comes to your pursuit to start government contracting. But in this first step, when it comes to the certification process, under this, let me get this laser pointer out. So on this doing business with LA County page, as an initial step to becoming certified, what you're gonna wanna do is go to this doing business with LA County page and click on this register tab to become a registered vendor. So for those of you that go through this process, you'll furnish some information regarding your registration as a vendor, which includes W-9 information, and also your point of contact information as an organization, upon which, after completing the process, you will be issued a vendor ID number. So when it comes to that portion, you would proceed through that. And then one of the most important parts when it comes to registering is accounting for your commodity codes throughout the vendor registration process, which you select on the when it comes to products and services that you offer as a business. So there's a reference to a listing of these codes when you set up a profile as a vendor. And these codes are important because they decide, they identify you as a business that offers unique services and acknowledge you as a business on our certification prompts to identify you. So when you register, you will receive an auto notification of solicitations based on the products and services that you identify through these commodity codes you select. Not only will you get notifications based on those codes, but buyers can actually find and search you on public-facing county pages when it comes to these portals that are available. Like many other jurisdictional vendor registration prompts, the more codes that you select, it expands your reach on being identified and notified about opportunities that get solicited by governmental entities. But remember, you also don't want to select codes that don't align with your business as a way to concisely attain information that may be relatable to you as a business when it comes to pursuing government contracting opportunities that are based on distinct types of services and commodities being solicited. So, and on this page, we have here is our county certification programs. So these certification programs are the ones that our office offers. Each certification can provide your business with different types of benefits. Of course, if your business qualifies for that specific class of certification, we have two distinct pillars to take note of. One is this community business enterprise class, which encompasses this horizontal line of certificate designations. And then on this bottom, what we have is our program preference entities that comprise our local small businesses, local small business enterprises, disabled veteran business enterprises, and our, if you give me 1 second, minimize this, our social enterprises. So when it comes to the community business enterprise, we have designations for women-operated small businesses, minority-operated businesses, disadvantaged business enterprises, and LGBTQ classes of businesses. So, and for program preference entities, we have LSBEs, our local small business enterprises, disabled veteran business enterprises, and social enterprises. So the reason you want to pursue these certifications is that different jurisdictional entities can utilize participation goals that promote inclusive contracting opportunities across various businesses. And when it comes to the county, we have a 25% business utilization goal when it comes to our program preference entities that encompass our local small business enterprises at a 25% utilization goal for contracting dollars. And what we have is a DVB, our disabled veteran business enterprises, at a 30% utilization goal to promote inclusive contracting opportunities. And then just kind of reiterating more about our program preference program entities. The certification benefits are designed to make your businesses or nonprofits more competitive in the marketplace and to assure your business is paid promptly within 15 days of an approved undisputed invoice, and to access the direct purchase pathways for commodities or services which are offered by the county between a range of 5,000 and 25,000 for the usage of a simplified acquisition process. And also, when it comes to becoming certified, it provides a passive marketing opportunity being recognized on a listing of our public-facing county pages on this database. And we have here just a kind of breakdown of our benefits for preference program entities. There's an associated 15% bid price preference reduction, opportunities that elicit simplified acquisition processes, and also making the listing of your business available to at-large vendors or other businesses. So when it comes to the preference associated with some of our certificates, it's applied after the solicitation is closed on an open competitive bid or on any quotes that you are providing once all the quotes are received. The percentage is calculated on whichever company is determined the lowest responsive bidder. In this example, there is a 15% bid company that company one has provided for the total purpose bid of $165,000 in the second column here, while company three on the far right-hand side has a bid that was made under that 185 threshold. But company three is for example, company three is a preference program certified vendor. So when it comes to furnishing an advantage, when it comes to being certified, it works by using company one to calculate the bid price preference. So 15% of the $165,000 will be reduced at an amount of $24,750,000. Once that is applied at the end of the quotes being received, then at the closing period, we evaluate which company is the lowest bidder, which the price preference is set by company three at the lower bid at $160,000 and $250. $160,000 and $250,000, therefore getting the award. Once the preference has been applied, the business is still entitled to the original proposed bid of the $185,000. So in a nutshell, the price preference bid allows you for a more competitive bid when it comes to solicited opportunities when you're competing against non-certified entities. But we see a disclaimer here at the bottom: the associated 15% bid price reduction cannot exceed a certain threshold, which is noted down here when it comes to competing solicited opportunities by the county. So here's a reference to company one again, also company three. So when we have the preference associated against company three, that artificially reduces the proposer's price at the bottom. And you see the difference that you have when it comes to competing non-certified entities on this left-hand side. But at the end of the day, the certified entity can be awarded the bidding opportunity based on that original price submitted by that vendor. So when it comes to simplified acquisition processes, this allows departments to have delegated authority to basically seek out to award vendors for the purchase between $5,000 and $25,000 worth of goods. So it does require valid bids from any combination of certified vendors in the preference program. There is a required commercially useful function component to this, which I will get into in this upcoming slide. So this is where we see a lot of activity in terms of direct purchasing by our department, utilizing our certified vendor community. So this process allows the department to acquire products or services that need very quickly, and it also sets a side cap that is manageable for most small, diverse, or social enterprises to be able to compete on. You're really only competing against other certified vendors that are more likely to have characteristics that your business has. So it is it's a much faster process when it comes to this acquisition process. And it's an easier process which reduces the requirements of having these bidding opportunities that are formally solicited and actively making available these solicitations that are actively and competitively bid on by other larger entities as opposed to just certified entities under here. So here we have our first class of business certificate program, the local small business enterprise program. So when it comes to seeking this class of certification, the eligibility requirements are as indicated as followed. You have to have a principal place of business within the county, have to have fewer than less than 100 employees, and have a revenue of less than $16 million. And using our certification portal, you would select this class of certificate if it aligns with your class of business, but you have to remember when you apply for the certificate, there are certain prerequisite certificate requirements that you have to attain and also furnish when it comes to attaining this class of certificate. Here we have 3 different classes of prerequisites that qualify you for this cert. One is attaining the small business micro certification with the California Department of General Services. And next we have our small business enterprise certification with Metro, which you could attain and furnish to the county to qualify you as a prerequisite under this category. And also for those vendors that don't have a principal place of business within the county, you still may be eligible for this class of certificate, not for county funded solicitations, but for federally funded solicitations. And using this third bottom right hand prerequisite, you could qualify for federally funded solicitations through registering through sam.gov and becoming recognized as a small business concern based on your primary business activity codes referenced in your sam.gov registration. So although you may not be able to meet the requisite criteria when it comes to having a principal place of business within the county, you could still attain this local small business enterprise certificate by registering on sam.gov and identifying yourself as a small business concern to participate and be acknowledged for federally funded solicitations as opposed to county-centric and county-funded solicitations. But when it comes to becoming certified, we have to recognize that as a business, you have to perform what is known as a commercially useful function. So all our certified local small business enterprises, prime and subcontractors must meet this requirement on any contract. So what does it mean when it comes to having that commercially useful function? Is that you have to execute a distinct element of the work that is provided in a contract. You also have to provide personnel to manage or supervise the work, also perform a distinct element of the work that is normal under the firm's business. Also, you're not able to subcontract a portion of the work greater than the expected industry practice. So when it comes to referencing this commercial useful function element on our doing business with LA County page, there's a reference to a contracting tab where you could see all our available contracting kind of guides, templates, standard policies and procedures referenced in our documents. And also there's this commercially useful function form that you could reference. And also there's the PDF reference on here, but it's also made available on the Doing Business with LA County page. So second class of a preference program entity we have is the Disabled Veteran Business Enterprise. So this is a nationally recognized type of program where there's no geographical constraint when it comes to this class of certificate, as opposed to that previous mentioned local small business enterprises. As a DVB, you could be a nationally located class of business. All you have to do is, as a prerequisite for eligibility, you have to attain either of these certificates listed here in green. One is the Disabled Veteran Business Enterprise Certificate, which is offered at the state level under the Department of General Services, where you could register as a vendor and pursue this certification. And once you attain that certificate, you could supply that through the certification registration process at the county level to make you eligible for our county-centric Disabled Veteran Business Enterprise Program certificate. So another qualifying certificate for our county level 1 would be the Service Disabled Veteran Owned Small Business certificate, which is offered at the federal level. Previously, this certificate was offered under the Department of Veterans Affairs and has recently transitioned to the Federal Small Business Administration. So if you're looking to pursue this class of certificate to qualify you to our for our county-centric Disabled Veteran Business Enterprise, what you would do is go to the SBA, register on their registration prompts, and follow the prompts necessary to qualify you for this Disabled Veteran-Owned Small Business Enterprise certificate. Then you would come back to the county using our certification prompt to furnish either of these certificates to qualify you as a preference program entity, such as this Disabled Veteran Business Enterprise at the county level. So next we have as a preference program is the Social Enterprise Certificate. So this is a unique program in that it could recognize both either a for-profit or nonprofit class of business, which has a principal place of business or major office located within the county. So, and in order to qualify for this class of certificate, you have to meet one of the qualifying criteria listed here. And just kind of going off the listing here, the first initial qualifying criteria would be you as a business, either a nonprofit or a for-profit business, provide transitional jobs, including access to supporting services to a transitional workforce of at least 51% or more transitional workforce types of populations. Another qualifying criteria which can make you eligible for this program is that you could be certified as a B Corporation by B Labs. And that, and then we have another qualifying criteria, which includes being incorporated as a social benefit corporation or a benefit corporation with the Secretary of State. When you incorporate your business, you would follow the designation when it comes to incorporating your entity with the state. And then we have another qualifying criteria here that could make you eligible for this program, which includes being certified as a green business from a government agency, could be federal, that just kind of recognizes your status as a business in promoting green initiatives. Lastly, we have those businesses who don't fall under the preceding qualifying criteria, but recognized businesses whose primary mission is to support the common good as demonstrated through a published mission statement, or whose principal activity is directly related to accomplishing a social mission. So in recognizing this social aspect of this qualifying criteria, you're probably wondering how we determine that primary purpose for common good. And next we have here on this next slide is our social impact assessment, where we assess those either for-profit or nonprofit businesses looking to get certified under the Social Enterprise Program, where we require of businesses or nonprofits to submit a response or supporting documentation that could facilitate their assessment as a social impact assessing type of entity. So we want to recognize and inquire into your primary social mission of your business. We want to see how your social mission is integrated throughout your business model, and what kind of metrics are you accounting for and measuring in regards to your social impact. So the onus is on sort of the entity recognizing that this is a benefit made available to either for-profits or nonprofit businesses. We want to recognize and acknowledge and make sure and account for that these types of entities are on that social impact track to benefit the at-large community. And to kind of support your pursuit into attaining this class of certificate, items that you could provide on this left-hand side include examples such as collection of narratives of your organization, public-facing content, financial reports that categorize program activities, info of your business, copies of your IRS 501c3 letter, recognizing your nonprofit status, or your article of organization, recognizing that social benefit status, as previously mentioned in the past slide. So continuing on, so why do you want to become a social enterprise certified business? So in addition to being acknowledged as a program preference entity, there are also the county also has available what is known as a social enterprise master agreement. So the master agreements are utilized by the county when it desires to compose a list of as needed vendors for services or commodities. It's a pre-qualifying listing to perform various classes of service that are on an as needed basis. So when it comes to this particular type of master agreement that's offered on our master agreements webpage, which could be found going through doingbusinesswithLAcounty.gov, what you could do is look at our active listing of master agreements, and once you become certified as a social enterprise, look at this particular social enterprise employment and training master agreement. And this is exclusively for social enterprises, and it's on an ongoing basis. And this particular type of agreement empowers those social enterprises that may not also be as established as other types of for-profit or nonprofit entities by offering two distinct tiers when it comes to as needed services, which can be made available. One, we have tier 1, which is a limited tier where awards are capped at $75,000. Next, we have a tier 2, which has a no limit for award, which could exceed for solicitation opportunities past $1 million. So we have two different tiers that seek to empower not only those established social enterprises, but those enterprises looking to jump into the government contracting realm at the county level. So next, we have our community business enterprise benefits. So the reason why you want to pursue the other category class of certification when it comes to community business enterprise certified programs, as we see here, we have the community business enterprise program, and we have our 4 designations that you could apply for. So the reason why you want to become certified under this umbrella of certificates is that it provides marketing support for businesses by being able to be actively listed on our public-facing certified databases. So these databases are made available to list all our certified entities, but also we have public-facing prompts where those mapped out business activity codes are associated with your business and could find your certified business based on services that a county agency is looking for. Also, when it comes to these marketed opportunities, being that these listings are made publicly available, we also have businesses that seek out these active listings for businesses that are certified with the county to supplement and offer subcontracting opportunities that are readily available out there. And also another advantage when it comes to becoming a community business enterprise certified business is that we have and we encourage a utilization goal to solicit participation of our community business enterprise vendors by increasing opportunities through this subcontracting that's made available through our contracting processes. And it's a goal to promote a more inclusive contracting space. And also it promotes a collaborative effort that is mirrored across other federal junctions that offer subcontracting databases to promote a more inclusive contracting space. So when it comes to becoming a community business enterprise entity, here we have the different designation categories for minority business enterprises, disadvantaged business enterprises, women operated business enterprises, and LGBTQ types of businesses. So following the listed criteria here that you could reference, you could pursue certification through our certification portal. Some things to know is that as a business, we have to account that your business is at least 51% owned by either a US citizen or a lawfully permanent resident who has a minority or race status under this minority business enterprise type of certificate. When it comes to a women-owned business, the women would have to be owned in part either 51% or more by a woman who has a controlling interest. And also what we have here are disadvantaged business enterprise, which recognizes other federally available recognized certificate programs at the federal level, recognizing disadvantaged business enterprises, where businesses could look into attaining certificates under this umbrella at either the California Department of Transportation or state and local transportation agencies, where you could furnish this certificate at the county and be recognized under our community business enterprise programs. And also we have here our LGBTQ type of certificate under the community business enterprise program, where a business has to be controlled at least 51% by a US citizen or a lawful permanent resident that's under this umbrella of certificate. To attain this class of certificate, you'd have to furnish a qualifying certificate either from the National LGBT Chamber of Commerce or a certificate recognizing the status under the supplier database hyperlinked here. So pursuing these hyperlinks, you could attain a certificate under this LGBTQ qualifying criteria. And you could bring that to the county, be recognized as a community business enterprise. So at our office, we make available checklists to pursue all our certifications. Here we have our community business enterprise eligibility matrix. On this, here we have two main categories that you want to reference when it comes to your registration process to becoming a certified business. One is that we have business structure documentation here, where you as a business entity, depending on the class of business structure that you elect as a business and operate your business, you would have to supply certain types of information based on your business structure, whether you're a sole proprietor, a partnership, or corporation, or a LLC. Here we have listings of documents that you would have to furnish when it comes to becoming certified in order to qualify and be eligible for our programs. And this is this business structure documentation element at the bottom here. But at the top here, we have the designations we previously referenced in this past slide, recognizing minority business enterprises, where you could look into furnishing the qualifying criteria necessary to become eligible for the program. And we have the listing of documents to reference that qualify you. But you have to remember, as a point of reference, what you want to do is that as a business, you want to remember to include this business structure documentation. A lot of times we have businesses apply for our business certificates and they miss out or kind of slow down the process of becoming certified because they don't have the business structure documentation attached in their pursuit to our certificates. So here we have our web link when it comes to our certification prompt. Here you could register on our certification prompt to start pursuing your endeavor to attaining county business certificates. And you would just click and follow the prompts. And here is what you would see when you click on that link previously on this past slide. So here you have a listing, a summary of all our certificates. And at the bottom, here we have our registration prompt and login prompt, where you would click to proceed to start your certification account and proceed to furnish your point of contact info as a business, necessary business structure documentations, and other necessary items to become certified as a business. So here we have the initial prompt for business verification. Under here, we have 3 points of information we need when it comes to verifying your email. One is the vendor ID number on here, and then we have your email address as a business. And lastly, we have a prompt for your 9-digit EIN or social security /ITIN number. Under here, please remember to exclude the dashes. Sometimes we get individuals that have difficulties verifying their email because they fail or forget to exclude the dashes when it comes to furnishing your EIN to verify your email. Next, we have this main page prompt where you could input your business info, where you could account for your ownership info, point of contact information, along with a prompt to submit qualifying documents for the types of certifications that you're trying to pursue at the county level. Also, here we have a NAICS code prompt where we could account for your primary business activity codes, and this is where you would start the process to request your certificates. Next, we have the actual listing of certificates that you could apply for. Remember, we have our local small business enterprises, disabled veteran business enterprises, and all our community business enterprise designations under here that you could apply along with the social enterprise. So we just click on the ones that you're trying to attain and proceed to the next prompt. Here we have an example of a questionnaire for our social enterprise certificate. Under here, we have a listing of eligibility questions, which you would look into answering, and it would assess your eligibility to qualify for a type of certificate. Next, we have a section for documents here. This is the prompt that's noted for social enterprises where you account your primary social mission. You let us know what that mission is, where you could account for how your social mission is integrated in your organizational model, along with a prompt to upload the qualifying documents that you need as a business to qualify for our business certificates. After that, you proceed. At the end, we have a disclaimer prompt, right? You want to do your due diligence and go over the information here, also accounting for your name and title, where you could input that information and read that disclaimer. And after that, you would hit submit, right? So that sort of entails the process when it comes to going into the certification prompt and furnishing your necessary documents, pointing out the certificates that you want to attain. And now we have some of our additional at-large department resources, which are currently made available to the public. Right now, we have the Economic Opportunity Grant, which is being offered by the department and the county, which is offering over $55 million in grants to micro entrepreneurs, micro businesses, small business enterprises, small nonprofits, and very small nonprofits. These funds are used to address operational costs and debt incurred during the pandemic to cover decreased revenues, eliminate debt from compliance with COVID-19 health and safety measures. So when it comes to the grants in themselves, there's a range when it comes to the grants that can range between $2,500 all the way to $25,000. So when it comes to the eligibility criteria, you could find that comprehensive set of qualifying criteria on grants.lacounty.gov. On this prompt, you'll see all the eligibility criteria, methods of assistance, point of contact phone numbers, webinars, office hours to assist you in applying for this grant for those businesses and nonprofits that have been impacted by the pandemic. And currently, this program has 2 different phases, and you want to look into to see what qualifying phase that you meet, and just pursue the reference website here to see if you're eligible. Next, we have our Shop Local campaign. Here, this is a great endeavor led by the county to promote local businesses. It assists businesses, informing them, educating them on, assisting them and offering resources when it comes to modernizing and competing in the digital world, while encouraging communities also to reinvest in local entrepreneurship and businesses throughout the county and underserved communities. And if you follow the web link prompt, you can see the offering of resources to businesses such as online online to offline training available, grants and funding opportunities, engaging with customers, opportunities, free one-on-one business coaching, and discount codes to easy tools that are referenced on this prompt. So additionally, at this time, we're encouraging the public to leave reviews and promote local businesses to drive local economy, assist our businesses at the local level. And we encourage those businesses and members of the public to take the pledge and support our local businesses throughout the county. Next, we have our legal aid for small businesses, another resource which is made available to small businesses, which can offer legal consulting assistance and webinar trainings and legal academies to offer legal resources, which is in partnership with these reference entities. And it's another resource to assist businesses looking to receive free resources. Now we have our Thursday trainings tab with the Office of Small Business. Here we have another reference to other readily available ongoing opportunities and more in-depth types of sessions to go over distinct elements of our office services, where we will cover different topics every month. And here are some of the upcoming topics where we have PEO related services and resources, eligibility application processes and benefits and resources for each one of our certification programs. And these are more distinct and more comprehensive types of services that go into educating members of the public. Also pursuing our APEX Accelerator Program, that different class of service where they could assist you in identifying vendor registration prompts, IT marketed opportunities available for government contracting. And we encourage you to use the prompt here to find out about our upcoming registration event prompts and encourage you to register. And then lastly, we have our contact info at the Office of Small Business. Here we have a reference to our appointment counseling session link and our address and our phone number and point of contact email, where you could contact us for additional information, questions, insights that you may have as a business when it comes to attaining particular classes of certificates, and other general questions that you may have as a business, or if you're looking to pursue our other class of services under the APEX Accelerator Program, if you're looking to be assisted when it comes to pursuing government contracting. But given the scheduling time frame, I am a little over. I do apologize, Olivia. I tried to format and fit the presentation as timely as possible, but for those that still want to inquire about additional information about our office or have additional information, please feel free to email us using the general inbox provided here. And thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to thank everyone who was on this webinar, Nanette, JR, and Santiago, for sharing the plethora of resources available to small businesses and taking a dive into your areas of expertise. As you can see, there's many resources available to you from LA County at no cost. And I hope you went away with some golden nuggets. I know I did. I think I filled my host sheet full of notes of things that I want to ask, but that's separately. So lastly, I'd like to share a couple of events, and Santiago did go over them. The one especially about LA County hosting the employment law basics for small businesses. It's free, where you get to share some of your concerns, and they'll be addressed by someone in the legal field. What was not touched upon was the employability business grant, which is offered to small and medium-sized businesses in California, and you could receive up to $20,000 to $200,000 to grow your business and create jobs. You can apply for this grant till the end of the year, December 31st, 2023. And we also have a Verizon Digital Divide webinar on the 26th. We've secured a Verizon rep from the Small Business Digital Ready Group, who can provide an overview about their online platform and walk members through live demos of the online courses and different resources. The rep will also talk about the grant that's available and how small businesses can apply. In May, we'll be recognizing mental health awareness, since that is the month of the topics, and we will have a webinar with wellness. It is an LA County resource. And then lastly, also in May, we will have a 3-part series with the Department of General Services, similar to some of the topics that Santiago talked about. So lastly, our chairman made an offer at the webinar. So we'd like to extend a sponsor membership so that you can continue being engaged with the LA Latino Chamber, and you have an opportunity to apply for grants that are coming down the pipeline this year. So if you are interested in membership, send me an email. My email is olivia@lalcc.org. This offers will expire this Friday, April 7th, and this only applies to new members only. So if you ask yourself why you should become a member of the LA Latino Chamber, as you know, we offer free training. You can attend member events only, apply for grants, and have access to LA Latino Chamber resources. So once again, if you're interested, my email is olivia@lalcc.org. We want to thank our speakers. We want to thank you all for being with us today, and have a blessed week. Thank you.